Let's get it out of the way, right? I said no BMW.
Oh wait, what? You said.
I said no BMW, but I just want to show that we're not completely against BMWs. We just don't want to see the same BMWs going around again. What's the noise?
It's almost like I'm there.
So what engine was that?
It's obviously a 2.5 straight six.
Okay, and let me do you another one. What was that?
1.94 pot.
It's just both the straight sixes BMWs. Right, here is a very rare BMW E60, which means it's a 2013-ish long one, like the M5 kind of looking thing. So it's a 545i. It is a V8.
Oh yes.
It is manual.
What?
It has 330 horsepower. And it needs an MOT in 4 weeks, but it's $4,000.
Oh wait, did I see that one? Wait, what's the one? Oh, maybe it.
It has a sat nav and a booklets. Booklets. He's 45 years old. If the new MOT was done, I would want £4 for the rare manual beast. I think he means 4,000. So for sale today at 3,200, and it sold for, what was it?
What? Who? What?
So it sold for 4. So all of the numbers that he put in the auction, he didn't get that. He got 4 because eBay shows you what it actually sold for when someone pressed buy now. So it's manual. It's a V8. It's interesting. No one has one of those.
Yes.
And with $4,000 spent, you've got options if you can find anything that would fit it.
There's a lot of parts for them. I
For
mean,
that
surely you'll find that like the chassis are similar. You'll be able to surely take some off. Surely there'll be. That's a big one.
Well, the Vanios have stopped working.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
I mean, can you take it off?
That's a big car.
Yeah.
In all fairness,
That's a big old bus.
car.
Yeah. And it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Is there a picture of the interior there?
There is lovely cream leather
Each
interior.
one of those seats weighs 90 kilograms.
Yeah.
Because they're full electric.
Front and back.
Everything's electric, yeah. The loom alone must weigh 50 kilos just in the copper wiring.
I saw a similar BMW. It was really cheap because it had horrendous engine problems and the guy couldn't afford to fix it. He just wanted rid of it.
But that is that. If that actually works, like, does it say anything about like starting drive? Does it work? There's nothing on this second page.
No, it says it drives. I
think that would give you nothing but bother.
Yeah.
Thrashed, bashed, never washed.
Yep. Only taking off jumps occasionally.
Only small jumps.
He gets 30 to 32 miles to the gallon on the fast lane, which I don't believe him for a start.
No, that's almost impossible.
So apparently the electrics blast his bulbs. So
what?
He's being sent to BMW for a recall on the earth leads because it was popping the bulbs.
It's such a random
they
problem.
Found a spring was broken, so these did one. Tires were perished due to lack of use. Warped front brakes. Wing mirrors have stopped working.
Oh, this sounds great. You're really selling
selling
this.
that.
Service light won't go off.
Do you know what BMW
Uses a lot of oil.
BMWs are now terrible for electrics. Any of the electrics.
You could buy that for $4,000, but you would be on your $6,000 after you're finished with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't. And again, lot of work because you can't drift 2.5 tons of V8
Why,
5
without-
series.
yeah,
You got to strip everything out and then live with the dashboard discotheque that comes with, pulling out all of its electrics.
I would just love to see like this 19-year-old newbie to drifting rock up to Driftland with that
With
as
this,
his road car to drift.
with the next one or with
That one with the
BMW?
leather
Yeah.
seats still in it.
I was like, does your dad know that you've got his car?
And then drift it right in the wall.
Just spunk it right into the wall. Uncle Harry's going to be disappointed with me. Yeah. So you can buy.
You can.
That is as close as I could find to an interesting BMW. The only one I think is more interesting is the V10 M5 Destroyer. But you can't buy them for less than $10,000.
You can get them for like 5, 6, but you have to rebuild the
No
engines.
engine.
Shell bearings every 1,000 miles.
Because who makes an engine where the shell bearings are a disposable? They're a service part.
There's service.
Service part. £4,000, please, every 5 years or however long it takes you. So you can get a BMW. I know there's other stuff like there's the Z4. You were talking about a Z4, which is unusual. No one's got that.
KP
Jaguar
Starlet.
XJ.
A KP Starlet.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it
60?
just? This is like a super short wheelbase.
Yeah, they make a lot of rally cars in them. They're
So rare.
They're
But
rare.
yeah, that's
I was
not,
offered one.
that's
from
not
the
even the
Red
budget
Super,
though, is it?
but
That's,
it was lime green. And it was
we get one for $6,000.
Can you get it for $6,000? Can you get it drifting for $6,000?
no, I
No.
wouldn't say so. They're too rare.
So again, you wouldn't want to destroy it.
Yeah.
A guy used to drift one in BDC. He used to have a little Starlet.
Was that red and white? That one.
It was.
I saw
It
it
had
at one
a
point. I saw it
Pinto, I think.
I
in
saw
it.
it at Silverstone at one point.
So was it still Starlet or was it like engineering? Did he cheat? Did he have it?
Was a
rule?
Starlet? Yeah.
Rule number 4: engine and gearbox swaps.
Did you? He well, obviously didn't get a Starlet with a Pinto engine in it. Obviously.
No, that's not
It's- you remember that
while
old?
we're in here welding the rust, we had to swap the engine over just for maintenance reasons, really.
That's a service thing for KP Starlets.
It's servicing, basic servicing for Starlets is an engine swap, like the BMW, really. All right, and the final one. This was this was my wild card, right? Because this
Is that a transit van?
it's not a transit van. This one is a prepped drift car. This is someone's rust bucket.
Okay.
It has had an engine swap
Right.
with a BMW engine,
Okay.
but it is the V8 one.
Okay.
Now, just to begin this conversation, Dave, I'd like to have your first impressions of the wiring in the engine bay and let us know how you feel about that.
It's functional.
Busy
Busy.
was how I was thinking.
Color coded.
I was going to say, at least it's not all the same colour of wire.
Yep, everything's just done with housing earth wire.
They've got there's an orange one and a blue one.
Speaker wire, isn't it?
It's speaker wire,
an
but
extra
it's-
long
yeah.
speaker wire for your surround
It's-
system.
It's speaker wire.
Phono cables is basically the whole thing's been wired with phono cables.
It's glorious.
So what has it got? So that's
I like it,
£5,500.
Okay.
It is in Englandshire somewhere. Well, it's not anymore. It was sold, right?
It's got an MOT.
Yeah.
I don't know who MOT'd it.
Stevie Wonder has
Stevie
MOT'd
Wonder
it.
MOT'd it. Right? But that fills the requirements at least until it's needed its MOT. It's MOT'd. It's road legal. It is pictured there on a road,
Yes, it's
and
rolling.
it has everything done.
Yeah.
It's got the diff. It's got the coilovers.
So
it's
it
got
doesn't,
the hydraulic.
it doesn't really break the rules because you didn't do any of it,
because you didn't do it,
and it's ready to drift.
and you are ready to drift for your £5,500.
Yes.
But God knows what you will encounter when you
When
first
you
turn
have to
that
start,
on.
or when you have to start fixing things, and you don't know what the bird's
And you
nest
go,
of wire
what
does.
on earth does any of this do? Like,
So-
who welded these hubs?
If we look back at the rules of this again, you're speaking about a guy just getting into it, like a guy's buying a drift car.
Yes. Here's an interesting
Here's the
point.
bolt.
Stevie Wonder welded it to
Look at that one. It's the bolt hole. And that obviously the.
Is that broken?
No, I think
Is
that's welded. Like where it doesn't fit. Because that must be the front slam panel for the.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We'll just bend that out of the way
Yeah,
and just
I'll
weld
look
it back into
at all
place.
the tie-ons for the radiator with the pop rivets on the right hand side there. That's brilliant.
They haven't pop riveted through the radiator, have they?
It looks like it. It looks like it's popping on the top. Gentle steaming emits from that.
So it doesn't build too much pressure. You
Right,
don't, you don't want
okay,
that.
okay. You don't want to do it
Just
too
pack it
much.
with rad weld, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like crack an egg into it and it'll be alright.
Salt and pepper, is that nothing as well?
Yeah, just
You're making
basically
an
make
extra
an
omelette.
Stuart's got an interesting point though. If to go back to the original list, because he's been good so far at bringing me
Right.
back to the original list. That, like, this is about someone who's just getting into it.
Yes.
So imagine somebody going out and like looking at this and going, "Oh yeah, it's cool. It's got a V8
Yes.
and it's all right."
Right? Ready
Buying
to
it.
drift.
They go down to Driftland. They have their day, but it breaks down the first day. Then
Yeah.
they're stuck with it.
That's
You
what
know,
I
it's
mean.
like-
Yeah.
And maybe they know people, or like you know, there may be a mechanic and they can sort it out. But if they're not, it's to go to a
Or
garage.
bought it and it won't start.
Like, can you
because
imagine me
some of
buying
these
that?
wires have fallen off.
You take it to Nissan.
There's a problem with my car. Can you have a look?
It's a Nissan.
It's a Nissan?
Yeah.
Come on.
So like, if you imagine me buying that, I would have difficulty. I'd be standing in front of it like,
Crying.
I can see the engine.
Well, imagine taking it to a garage, just like a running
Oh,
garage.
you're running
yeah.
a girl. Yeah, yeah.
And going, I'm having a running issue. Can you have
Take
a
it
look
down
at
to
it?
SMT
And they go,
Motorsport or SMT Garage Services.
No.
So we're gonna roll this bad boy in. It's gonna roll into SMT Garage because it needs some maintenance
Yes.
work performed, and he's going to look at it and he's going to go,
He's going to lift the bonnet. He's going to shut the bonnet. And he's going to tell you fuck off.
get out of there. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it?
It's got pop-up headlights though. I mean,
Does.
scene
Like,
points
so at least you can wink at other
Yeah.
MX-5s.
from your driveway.
From your driveway, yeah, because you can't get it stuck.
Unless they don't work.
Well, that one
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
maybe
it's
they're-
looking a bit sad.
It's a little bit lazy on the right hand
They're
side.
stuck
there.
up now, and that's
It's
it.
got a lazy eye.
It's got a lazy eye. So that is the option. Like, there's a couple of things. There was a rear-wheel drive Subaru, which was a classic that had been converted. That was about 5,000.
I've seen a few other
This was
drift-ready
about 5,000.
RX-8s.
RX-8s that are drift ready.
There's a few of
and
them.
What they have
I see
is
no
a-
Jaguars here, guys. Where's the Jags? Where's the XJs and the...
I don't know those actually.
I didn't look for Jags.
Can you get manuals?
I've
there?
been on
Manual?
track with a Jag at Driftland.
Yeah.
It was an automatic as well.
Right.
It was an
And
automatic
it's
and
still
it
on?
drifted good.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole range of like those big boaty Lexuses that
Yeah.
are Lexi.
Lexi?
Lexi.
Lexus?
Lexis.
Are they not Altezai?
Altezai. So they're like, you can get them. They're big long wheelbase, so you would expect they drift easily, or they're easy to control, not snappy, but they're automatic. And I think I stipulated.
Can you just
No, I didn't say you were. I just said you weren't allowed to swap the gearbox. If you're comfortable driving with an automatic, which I thought was an impossibility, like
Can you like
Ready
jam
to-
it in
ready to
second and just keep it stuck there?
I
Is
got a
that- is that a
C180
thing?
welded the diff for £250, Super Bowl tires, and only drifted in wet. And I killed
And it
it.
did work.
Basically.
Yeah.
It drifted, but I killed it. But like, it shows you can buy a lot cheaper.
did you take that to your job at the vape shop?
I don't vape.
I don't vape.
I took it, but
I
yeah,
don't vape, bruh.
most maybe I'm making comment on the sort of chap who
Who
would
buys a
drive
C-
an old C180.
Buys a C-Class in
I
general.
want a Mercedes, but I can't really afford like like a big engined one, or an S class or something. So I have my C180. I know why you bought it. You bought it because you were going to wreck it.
We call them stagers.
What's a stager?
Stagers a skid car, a mess about car. If you roll it over, who gives a shit?
Like when we have a stager in this country, we have a Corsa or a Saxo
Yeah.
with those 3
But this
bolts
was-
on the wheels.
This was 250 quid, so...
How did you
it's-
get a C180 for 250
It was
quid?
80,000 miles, classic selection, everything was perfect inside
Like
except the welded diff.
what year?
And 2000?
For
So-
250 quid.
We should maybe start shopping in Ireland.
We need
This
to get
maybe needs to be a
get
thing.
a trailer. I need to pass my towing test on Tuesday.
Go
And we
over.
need to go to and just go shopping.
Go shop and bring something back.
One car back.
One. That's all we can
One
afford.
car at a time. Unless we buy 2. Unless we go over on foot, buy a tow car, buy a skid car, buy a trailer,
And bring it all back.
and bring it all back.
You guys just shopping overnight, just
Yeah,
buy
just
everything.
show, and then the £6,000's gone. That's it. But we end up with 2 cars and a trailer. So it is possible, providing you shop in Ireland.
You don't need to.
But it sounds like you can get a lot more for your money. So it is possible.
Like, the rev limiter wouldn't go over 4,500.
But okay, alright, now it's coming out. Okay, so like,
At least you got a mid-range, 4,000.
It was so boaty, so like, you were like, that's how you reel the drifts, you just throw it in the corners.
was it an automatic?
No, manual.
Okay.
With a
Well,
super
if it only
stiff,
goes to
long
4,000
gearbox.
RPM, it might as well be an automatic. Because you've got to change gear at 4,000 anyway.
Oh, no power, there was no power.
That's because it only went to 4,000.
I know. But apparently there was some sensors you could take out in a overhead.
I've heard that before. It's only got a slight knock, or just
It's
change
just,
the
it's just one of the sensors.
It's just one of the
that's it.
sensors,
I
and then
know.
it'll be back on song again. Yeah,
Slight knock.
But it was a good skid car, went out at night time
Yep.
on the roads and stuff. So
in a
And a
legal,
totally legal,
safe,
no, a totally
safe. On the
off-road
farm.
road.
on the
Yes.
farm on your private concrete
private
skid pad.
land,
Private road.
private
That's the
private
word.
roads as well.
Private.
Yeah.
There is the odd occasion where you come across like a guy that that's like got a car that he's fed up with and he can't get rid of, and he's like, oh yeah, it's road legal, like 4,000 you can have it, and you end up with something like a Toyota Sora or something that you wouldn't have ever dreamt
Yeah.
of having for that money. But so there are rare opportunities, and you'll see people out with like my RX-8. It was like 40,000 miles. But the guy just taking it, wheels off, and like was going to do something with it, got fed up, and he was stuck with this thing without any wheels. And I went up and
You bought a car with no wheels.
well, he got rid of the wheels because he thought he was going to
So
make it into a
right.
race car.
So to buy the car, you had to arrive with your own
So
wheels. in
I
order
turned
to-
up,
Wow.
he wanted 1,000. I says, well, 500. Take your own wheels, like. Yeah, so I ended up with this RX-8 that was compression. It was a really good engine, and £500.
Yeah.
The bumper did fall off though.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
But for £500, you can afford another bumper, you know.
Yeah, you can even afford one seat.
Yeah. If you steal it out your drift car.
Yeah, he stole a seat out of this
Yeah.
and put it in the RX-8, which gave me an excuse to buy a new seat, which was, you know, a noble quest.
But it's very hard to then go out and try and replicate that, because you go out and try and find another RX-8 with 40,000 miles in the clock.
A good engine.
A good engine.
engine.
It's all about the good engine. You get a good engine, you knock crap out of it. It'll stay a good engine.
And with that low end of the market, well, there's the other option is that you take your £6,000.
We'll wait for the tractor trailer.
We are in that kind of territory.
Like back in Glasgow, we have to wait for planes to stop flying overhead.
That is a 6-cylinder John Deere 2012.
With a 26-foot trailer on the back.
Carrying hay.
You can tell the difference. As a tractor boy. Like, the wild card I would say would be get something for £500 and then spend £5,500 making it mad as fuck. Like, coilovers, turbo kit, change the diff. Get a 1.5 2-way diff or something like that for go big. Oh no, wait, actually no, 2-way diff, your budget's gone. Yeah, big diffs, your budget's gone. But that's the option. You can get something cheap like a Mazda, like our Mazda RX-8 build, like £500. If we'd spent serious money on it,
yes,
you could have got a good car.
Yeah.
But
you're £1,000 for an engine rebuild, for example. So if you got one for cheap enough, you could maybe budget in like £1,000 for a rebuild.
A well rebuilt. Yeah.
If you get lucky, you can maybe reuse some of the parts. It doesn't cost as much, but it's suspension's expensive for RX-8s.
Yeah,
they're not a common car. It's why BMWs
and
are popular.
You can't get lock mods or anything for it. The rear diff is a nightmare to do anything with it.
Oh yeah, nightmare.
And so you end up that car is a difficult option, and so that's how you end up with people driving. That's how you end up with 6 BMWs going round.
I've got one.
But you got a split. When did you get a BMW?
I bought a BMW. Well, me
on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Myself and my teammate.
Hang on, I hear a plug coming on here. This is about to be the wait. Someone hashtag Driftland. It's about to become an advert for the bash. Email Jeek.
He loves this. I get a £5 for every time I mention Driftland. Europe's first drift track.
Okay, continue with our advert for the Driftland bash that we're currently filming.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Okay, so you've recently bought a car for what now?
I have bought a BMW with my teammate Stephen Black to compete. Not compete.
I don't know if one competes in it.
One doesn't compete in the bash. One takes part.
Participate.
Yeah, we're going to participate in the Driftland bash.
Yeah. Coming to a Dunfermline-based racetrack near you in August.
It is August, yeah. It is going to be
August somewhere. If you need to find out the dates, patreon.com/driftland. We got you, Jeek. Yeah, we're going to see Jeek on Tuesday, so we're going to keep him sweet because he's going to let us use his racetrack. YouTuber Day.
That's the next thing.
YouTuber Day. Free private hire. That's what we're pitching for. 12 months of Patreon subscription. I reckon that should get me a private hire day, and then we can only invite YouTubers.
But not vloggers.
Fucking hate vloggers.
Stand vloggers.
So what's the difference between a YouTuber and a vlogger?
Vloggers just tell you what they're doing. Like it is a video diary of my day. So I got up today and I went to Sainsbury's.
Yeah. So the difference is your vlog is of you doing things actual things that are happening.
This is content.
Yes.
This is
not. You're not sitting in your bedroom saying, I'm thinking about drift cars and I really like drift cars.
I was playing this game and
Here's some drift cars that I saw on the
Mate,
internet.
don't ruin my next episode. Come on, it's the next episode, you know?
Pro 307 fail vlog coming soon in September.
Like brushing my
2020.
teeth and like.
But that's the kind of thing. I just got to
Yes.
brush my teeth and then brushing teeth montage.
You have to watch when you're doing that.
So that's the, yeah.
Demonetized.
Demonetised again because I'm brushing my teeth with two hands at the same time. So this is that's vlogging. Is someone who all they're
Okay.
doing is having a chat to the camera, whereas this shit takes effort. Like to try and make something that's good. Like we're replacing TV up in this bitch, right? And you can't just do that by walking around Sainsbury's talking through what aisle you're in.
Looking at tomatoes, squeezing them.
Oh yeah, so these tomatoes aren't as good as the tomatoes that we saw in Tesco, so I think I'll have to go back to Tesco. And this reminds me of the time that I went to Asda and
Yeah.
we'll show you an example of a chap shortly.
We won't name anyone. We're not naming names.
We're not naming names.
No,
right,
it's not.
but-
It's not nice. But
yeah.
yeah.
We've drifted off topic anyway.
Yes.
Drifted.
Hey.
Drifted off topic.
Hashtag
Right, so
Hashtag Driftland.
you've bought a BMW for the Driftland Bash.
With my teammate, SDC legend Stephen Black, trademark.
Who couldn't be bothered coming today.
He's got a family meal, so we're kind of. You have to kind of let him off.
We
It's
would
like
have wheeled in a fifth chair for him. Like, or he could have sat on an alloy wheel or something. You've certainly got enough of
I was
them.
about to mention somebody's knee, but it's
Demonetized.
might be an awkward video. You know?
Well, look, I'm on a camping chair.
It's
It's not
2018.
weight bearing enough, so it's going to have to be one of you boys. SDC legend Stephen Black
Yeah.
is your teammate on the Bash. Is it just on the Bash?
No, just in general. He's
He's just
my
in
teammate,
general
you
your
know?
teammate. Team name?
We don't actually have
Oh,
one. We're between
Competition.
team names.
Competition.
Competition to
have
pick team name.
Pick a team
Who
name.
can come up with the best team name?
Because what was it before? It was hardstyle.
Well,
right?
Team Hardstyle
Hardstyle
was
something different, wasn't it?
no, that's what we kind of run under as our team. But the reason we were Team Hardstyle was we had a gentleman called Fraser, who his dad we bought BMW from a little bit. Fraser works
he a local
for
chap?
he works for
Fraser
Driftworks now. I keep plugging Driftworks and all these.
Driftworks
right?
again, like, yeah. Today on this advert for Driftworks.
And Driftland.
So Fraser
and
from Fraserburgh now works for.
Fraser from
Fraser from Fraserburgh.
He's not from
And
Fraserburgh.
Stuart who lives in
Please
Stuart.
tell
all
me.
for sale.
Please tell me he's not from Fraserburgh.
He's not. No, he's
Okay.
from Aberdeen eventually. What's his last name? I'll have to look that up to find Fraser.
Well, you can't dox him anyway, but Fraser who works at Driftland.
Yeah.
No,
Fraser.
Fraser that works at Driftworks.
He was Aberdeen Hardstyle, and that's where Hardstyle started.
What
He's
is it
got an Instagram page, and I think it had a bit of everything. It had a bit of scene stuff, it had a bit
Right.
of music, a bit
of deep house.
Yeah, I don't know if it was deep house, but some of it.
Bit of Spotify mixtape.
I was going to say deep something else, but I won't. We've been demonetised enough already.
Hardstyle. It's a new genre, deep hardstyle.
So we kind of adopted that, but because it's not ours, we can't really keep it. It's not ours
Right,
to
you don't
keep.
steal
So
it,
we're
right.
going to be going away from that. And we spoke about Team 307, but it's kind of my thing. So we'll come up with a new, unique kind of team name, I'm sure. We'll probably come up with it bowling tonight after a couple of beers. We'll probably go out and like come out with.
Yes. That's not a bad shout. Maybe we'll take a post-it notes. I'll bring more paperwork and we'll have suggestions of like what name like the new team can be.
Kentucky Fried Chickers.
Kentucky Fried Shooters.
Right, Dave. What's the time on that thing? It's like 45 minutes.
2 hours and 36. We're at 54 minutes.
We have chatted for almost an hour.
My leg has gone numb.
Wow, your hand was numb earlier to hold the camera, and now it's your leg that's gone numb. Right, you bought a BMW. I'm gonna try and land this plane.
Here you go.
We'll get there. So me and my teammate,
SDC
legend
Black.
Stephen Black, will be driving at the Driftland Bash this year.
Okay, what colour is it?
It's red. It's red.
Oh,
but
nice.
it's gonna be. The rumor is it's gonna be team colours for the bash. So it'll be purple with chrome graphics.
Okay, let me just check here.
Yeah, I would help.
Rule number 4: no cheating with engine or gearbox swaps.
It's got a 2.5, straight 6. yeah, it's gonna sound
Okay.
like sound like actual age.
for you
but-
then, if you want that. Yeah. But well, how much did you pay for that car? Broadly, less than £1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Is it coming back? Or are you just going to drive to Driftland, wreck it, and then drive
We
outside
we
set it on
hope
fire
Pour
we
it in the
hope
ditch.
to keep it because it's a
Okay.
good car. We hope to use it again, but
and sell it?
I don't. I intend to hit walls, so
Yes.
yeah,
I intend to hit solid objects.
you're gonna
so-
have to get one of those like hydraulic things that squash the boots out.
We've got them.
We've got
That's-
them. Like we've
Porta power up.
Yeah.
I've got a sledgehammer. We've got a sledgehammer. I'll take one.
we used hammers on the
I
Subaru.
did love that.
Yeah, we tried the hydraulic thing and that helped.
It did.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
When you look back at that original video, the damage was pretty extreme.
Oh, yeah,
on
it
that
was,
Subaru.
yeah.
And now it's serviceable. And now we're going to go the whole hog and just put a
Cover it up. I like the cover
proper
up option.
ABW money. Okay, so you've got that, and if you had another £5,500 or £5,000 to spend, you could get fancy SLR kits for a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how much power does the 325 engine have?
Is it like 190? Is it? I'm not.
Okay.
I know nothing about
I'm not.
BMs.
No,
I know
no.
nothing.
If you know
Okay,
how
yes.
much power the 2.5 engine has for a BMW, let us know below. If you've made it this far into the video, I think we're almost going to have to just publish this as is because it's an hour.
just like a-
I can't be bothered watching and editing this back.
What we've ended up making is a banter video for like
Yes.
an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what we've ended up with.
We just have to edit all the bits where we badmouth people. It's got them out.
Oh yeah, because the worst. Fuck! I'm going to have to watch this back. Damn it.
So we kind of need to come up with a conclusion for this, don't we? Because we set out to find.
Well, we set out to have a discussion about what would you buy.
What would you buy for
Like, and
6,000?
There's a couple of, like, from the stuff that I brought in, well, Paul's dead set on an Altezza, which is like an IS200, but it's import and it has more power, and you can get it for £3,000 in Ireland. So you've bought that. Dave's bought a 250Z with no history. A 350Z, which is like the 250Z but 100 better. He's bought one that's been to the moon and back and stripped the interior, but you've got £3,000 to spare,
Yes.
and which you're going to need because it's going to need an engine. What did you buy?
I've got a rotten 200 SX
With full service,
With a lot of service
full
history.
service history.
that's never had anything done to it, but has a front mount intercooler for some
Yeah.
reason.
Totally standard, apart from the blue silicon hoses.
I don't remember Nissan doing a recall for front mounted
No,
intercoolers.
that's not it.
And I can afford a
And
Minty
you've-
Fresh sticker.
And you've bought a 740 V8 BMW.
And I've bought a BMW that's going to be dead very shortly. No, I wouldn't buy this big barge.
Oh.
I wouldn't buy this big barge.
I hate to say it though, if you are
I would probably buy the 250.
if you are a beginner and do want to drift, you're gonna have to buy a BMW.
You're going to have to
You're-
buy.
You're actually just gonna have to buy a
You
BMW.
have to buy the 3 Series BMW. You'd be able to pick one up. Someone's already done the engine swap.
Yeah, and just drift it. If
And
that, I
just
mean, if
drift
that's what you
it.
want to do though, I mean, if that's
And I've been in one now. I've driven it. It's very easy. It's very predictable. But they're not
it's
interested.
just not very interesting. That's
I just want to point out there wasn't any MX5s offered up here, which there are a lot of MX5s drifting, just standard engine.
How hard they are
Yeah.
to do though. Like people
Hard's
are
good, you need challenge.
also
That-
need to include the price of the roll cage in your
Yeah,
budget.
oh yes, yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
need it.
'cause
You need a
Otherwise,
roll cage.
death will in
Yeah.
car.
yeah. Well,
That's,
you're not allowed on the track unless you.
that's
have
what. Yeah.
Have you seen one rolled at Crail without a
Yes.
roll cage?
No thanks.
one. Yes, we were there.
Yeah.
We were there. It
You're
went
right,
off.
thanks.
It clipped the tire.
I,
And
like,
upside
it
down.
clipped it. It wasn't even going fast.
It was just all of a sudden there was no noise or anything. It wasn't coming in hot, and then
It was
upside
it was
down.
upside down.
And they had that rusty old ambulance wheeled over, and
That-
everyone ran down to
That
see what it was.
huge guy that weighs about 60 stone, the first aider.
Yes.
10 minutes later, he waddles down to.
Yeah.
We're not getting invited back to Crail, are we?
No, we're not allowed at Caves. We're not allowed at Crail. There was a while we didn't go to Driftland.
You give Jeep money, so you know it's
Well, yeah, that's
your
that's
guys
been-
are safe.
That's been great. Yeah.
I cost them money. I set fires and used to
You
use
stuff
fire
like had to use up as
extinguishers.
extinguishers. Okay, so basically, I was trying to say that there's plenty of dull cars.
Yes.
There's plenty of cars if you don't need mods. Like if the Altezza didn't need mods, or if the Skyline didn't need
And we'll
mods.
need some mods to properly
But-
drift.
Oh well, I
Yeah.
suppose you would get one for £3,000, so
Yeah.
you've got budget. But your Skyline, and to a certain extent your import JZX 100s and Laurels and stuff. They would need mods, and you've got no money left. And you do need mods. And there's loads of choice if you want a BMW.
Things like your 350, that would be good as your occasional. Say, like you wouldn't go drifting every weekend, but you're only a daily driver and you want to drift. That would be the kind of,
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to kill it as quickly.
It's fine if you want a missile,
Yes.
but if this is your only car, daily driver that needs an MOT,
Yeah.
you might struggle.
It amazes you sometimes what you can MOT as well. Like you're saying that, you know, like
Well, it might get
stripped
an
out
MOT every
and,
year.
you know.
Okay, so we've concluded that we've bought a car each that we're not really that enthused about,
No.
apart from Paul's Altezza, because he's
Yeah.
stoked about the
Fucking
Altezza.
rock solid for Altezza.
He is ready for action as in his Altezza.
I could get an IS300 turbo with a 2JZ.
And then he wants the
GE.
turbo, and he wants to swap the gearbox, and see, this is the rabbit
I
hole
think
that
you
you
get a
get
manual
in.
one,
But if you've got nowhere to work and you're a beginner, you're in trouble.
well, that's why I want to just buy something that's off the bat.
You're going to have to buy a BMW.
330.
Or an MV6.
You got to buy a BMW 328.
3-litre MV6.
Can you get a 328? Or do you have to get the 2.8 engine out of the 5 Series and swap it out? I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
what those are.
That's beyond me.
Get an M3.
I don't know BMWs.
No, me neither.
I'll quote a guy that left a comment in one of my videos. You can drift anything rear-wheel drive, bud. So, you know, it's like...
There you go. Pick anything rear-wheel drive.
Just buy
Transit?
something that you're in.
Transit.
Hilux.
Hilux.
I've drifted a Vauxhall Frontera.
Yes,
It does work.
it does.
Yeah, so you can drift anything.
Yes, there
We
you
can't
go.
quote people on our videos because they're too offensive. Eat decks. That's
No
it.
way.
Why?
See, I haven't reached that level yet. I'm looking forward to getting
Oh,
Oh,
just
trolls! You wait till you get trolls.
Audience engagement is very important. Very important. Okay, yes, so you can drift anything. So that's it. So the whole discussion is moot. I think we should.
I feel
filter it.
that's a challenge video.
Or is it to? Well, I don't have
Put
$6
anything-
grand. That's the problem.
No, not $6 grand. Just this whole concept of you can drift anything.
Buy the cheapest rear-wheel drive car we can find and drift it.
It's a Mazda RX-8.
He's got one.
No,
We've got
Red
one.
Robins back in drive. Are they fun?
Yeah, but they're 3 wheels.
I know, but can you drift it?
No, they're front-wheel drive.
They're probably not cheap either.
They're front-wheel drive. Scene tax. Robin
Try and
Reliance
think
scene
of
tax.
the hardest car you could possibly drift.
For minute.
The
I'm just trying to
smart,
imagine something that might
smart
be back in
roadsters.
Yes.
Because you don't have enough power.
Jeek's kind of already proved that you can't drift
Oh,
them.
well, that was a 4.2.
They're too sharp.
You know the roadstery ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yours could because you swapped the engine.
They do. I mean, they do drift, but there's too much electronics.
Getting in the way.
You've got
What's
no.
this?
You've got no control.
Smart roadster.
We drifted into a cornfield in Creole.
This is
That's true. Yeah.
There's
Andy,
footage of
our
that.
friend Andy, he bought one, but he wasn't drifting it. He was grip driving
Okay.
until he ran out of grip. Ran out of grip,
And then he was drifting.
Probably got a picture of that as well. Okay, so you can buy anything you like because as long as it's rear-wheel drive, you can drift. Thank you to Stuart's subscribers.
Anonymous
to
commenter.
pointing that out to us. That's important. I feel like we've done important work here.
Yes.
I don't know how the hell we're going to publish this. Like in 3 episodes of
Part 1.
Fireside Chat, Part 1.
It's like Grand Tour to Conversation Street.
Conversation Street, yeah, except this has been Conversation Motorway. We're halfway to Devon now. Right, that's it. I'm done.
I'm gonna need to piss.
Screw it.
I really need to pee, so yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Get my head back in. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Stuart's channel because it is more important than us. Bye.